Welcome back to Kitchen. Today I will be making this tasty treat called chapati. I will be showing you my easier method and really delicious way on how to make it. Now let's get started. Right, if you like this type of video, give it a quick thumbs up, share this video and subscribe. So we're going to start it into different steps. So step one, what I like to call gather all your dry ingredients. So you'll need only 3 ingredients, which is your flour, your sugar and some salt. Now the sugar is totally optional. You do not have to use sugar in this recipe, but it gives it a great taste. So we're going to mix that 3 dry ingredients first, and then we'll leave it aside. On my step 2, I will gather all my wet ingredient, which includes some warm water as well as some oil. So you're going to add a little bit of oil. I added about 2-3 tablespoons of oil, and I am going to add my water in. And with the water, I am going to add it gradually, so not too much at first. And I'm just going to gauge it by using my spatula. Just add a little bit more water, move it around with my spatula. And if I can, when it comes to a point where I cannot handle the dough become too sticky to move, I will start using my hands to knead the dough. So I'm going to start by just kneading the dough slowly. And when you see it becoming sticky, we're just going to add some flour gradually. Now the dough needs to be soft and supple, but not too soft. So of course I'm going to continue adding a little bit of flour until I get to the texture that I want. So just continue kneading. We're going for that soft and supple dough, and your dough really should be smooth. Alright, so now that we have achieved that, as you can see, it's no longer sticking, it's really bouncing back, it's really soft and supple. We are going to set it aside so it can get some rest. Now don't skip the resting time, because it's very important to leave the dough to rest for about maybe 20 minutes. In this way your dough will be easier to roll without breaking apart. So let's go to step 3. You will need the following things. You need a rolling pin, extra flour, oil and a knife. So I'm going to go and cover my dough that has been resting well, and I'm going to sprinkle some flour on a surface. Make sure you have plenty of space. And I am going to bring out my dough, and just to make it easy for me to work, I will divide this dough into 2. Now of course you can use a stand mixer to do this as well. So I am going to divide that half into a couple of portions, as you can see. And what I really want to do is to create balls with those. So using the palm of my hand, I'm creating a ball just like that. And you're going to set that aside, and you're going to continue making these balls. Now you can actually reduce the dough. You don't have to make it into a big bowl. Just make sure that they're uniform in size, as you can see here. So now let's begin the process. Now if you do want some flaky chapati, that means you want layers on your chapati, you are going to roll one of this dough. And for the layered part, we're just going to add a little bit of oil. and just spread it all around. And this next step is crucial. We are simply going to roll the chapati. As you can see, you know how you will roll a gym mat or something like that? That's what you're doing right there. So you're going to roll it tight. Once you get to the end, just kind of tap it lightly, and then get one end and start circling it just like that. Pull it if you have to, and then when you reach the end, just tuck it in the middle, just like that. And that's how you achieve your layered chapati. But for this particular video, I am only going to make just regular chapati. So I'm just going to go ahead and roll it, and I'm not going to be adding any oil on this particular one. So this one is good to go. So in the meanwhile, I do have my pan on medium heat. And I'm going to start making my chapatis. Now this chapati is really like unleavened bread, I would say. There's no rising agent. You don't put no baking powder or anything like that. It's just simple, as you can see the recipe. And we do enjoy this with some curry beans. You can enjoy that with some stewed beans and stuff like that. And so it's very delicious and quick to make. So once you achieve your perfect circle, which if you are a fast timer, you don't have to get to the point, you can just try to make it into a circle. So what I'm doing here is lining up a pan. This is what I'll use to store my cooked chapati. So I'm putting it with some wax paper. You can put some paper towel if you don't have that. So like I said, we're medium heat on a shallow frying pan. I'm going to add my rolled chapati, and I'm going to let that heat cook the chapati. I'm going to turn it around just to even out the color, and then now I'm going to flip it on the other side and let it cook as well. So in the meanwhile, I'm going to add just a little bit of some oil. Here I am using some canola oil. You can actually use vegetable oil. And you're going to turn on the other side and do the same thing, apply some oil. And pretty much once you achieve the golden color all around, as you can see, your chapati is ready. I am simply moving it with my spoon to ensure that it's cooking on all sides. And now our chapati is ready, so I'm going to set it aside and put it in that pot I showed you earlier. And voila, you are done. That's simple. So I'm going to continue making more. So you do the same thing, add your rolled chapati, wait until it cooks, add some oil on one side, flip it, add some more oil on the other side. Let it brown up. That's it. You have cooked your chapati. I hope you enjoyed this recipe. I did enjoy myself making it. Now the chapatis are ready, and I'm showing you how it looks like, a beautiful color, and they are soft and supple. Ooh, and quite tasty. I just want to thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for subscribing, and I hope you put a comment and let me know what your thoughts are in regards to this. I'm just going to give you a pro tip. Now, some people swear on using warm water while kneading or hot water, but it really don't matter. I've used both and they really come out soft and supple. Just in case you're wondering, I wanted you to know that. Well, I hope you get to try this recipe. Let me know how it turns out in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on my next video.